evening. This week's new releases. Let's see, we can put that over there. I guess actually the thing on the bottom is not new releases. But, oh well. Let's see. I'll just open it to make sure, but it's pretty damn obvious what it is. That might make it hard to open. Let's do it from down here. Oh look, blank DVDs. Nothing complicated. There we go. We get all those out of the way, and then we can start looking at these. First off, we've got the DVD version of Gundam Doubles, or Gundam Unicorn, Volume 1. There's a ton of extras listed here. I don't know if that's more or less than what's on the Blu-ray. I could figure that out, but... let's see, we got DBZ Kai Part 5, which, given the trunks, it should finally get past all the Frieza stuff, which, you know, I kind of complained about. Let's real quickly take a look at the artwork. Android 18 and Trunks. That's pretty good. High School of the Dead DVD version. Only 2 discs. Yes, this one was dubbed. So, oh yeah, of course, people on Reddit were talking about the dub. Okay, whatever. You know, there's probably no reason to really open this, is there? So then why am I at this point I have to, because I've started opening it. Kind of noteworthy because as far as I know, it's one of only very few zombie apocalypse anime, although I'm not sure how zombie apocalypse it is. The other new thing was a Ride Back complete series. It's a combination Blu-ray DVD release again. One thing I like about this is, although I'm not getting the Blu-ray versions of everything, I will eventually go back and get them, and these allow me to satisfy both desires. Oh look, I've never seen that guy. All the images I've seen of this have been her. So maybe it was kind of similar for Vampire and the Bund. Let's see. Something in there. This feels kind of heavy, like it has... Who's that? Who are they? Huh. Okay. Now things about this series that I hadn't seen. Lots of them. Well, sounds like there's some sort of extra in here. Let's at least dig into that and find out what it is. Oh, neat. It's a keychain. This may only be a 20 or 12 episode series, so that necessarily means that this would be all of it. What other anime did this kind of recently? I can't remember. You know, had a box like this, but only had one release. Sacred Blacksmith, was it? I don't know. And I'm actually really curious about this DVD. It feels so heavy. I'm pretty sure that just means all the discs are inside of it. 12 episodes. It looks like here we've got, there's the DVD logo, the Blu-ray logo, and the Blu-ray logo. Very intriguing. Unlike a lot of the stuff I've watched, though, I now have an idea what software to use in order to watch the Blu-ray on my TV via PC. So I can actually watch the Blu-ray versions. And then last week, CanoCon Girl Who Cried Fox, the OVA collection arrived. Looking as perfected as ever. I haven't looked at it though, so all I can say is, I have them. Let's see. I guess I could think of talking about the anime, but we'll just end the new releases there. Okay, so this week's release was only 5 DVDs. I had a little wiggle room to decide whether or not to pad it more or not, but I decided to aim on the side of not padding it, especially since next week's release is looking huge. Like, it's been a while since I've spent so much on in a single week on new releases. I'm actually pretty happy about that, especially since it's happening after a paycheck in which I can do that sort of thing with. Basically, there's something like $150 worth of purchases from the Right Stuff and 200 something purchases from Amazon. It's almost on par with some of the bigger new release purchases I've made in the past. So I know it's not going to always be like this in the future. It just so happened that July 5th is when everybody wants to release. It's like every company wants to, and that includes like Bandai and NIS and probably Media Blaster and Funimation and Sentai. So, and the Right Stuff, Nozomi. So, next week, I don't know what's going to arrive in time, but there's already some stuff that came out this week that didn't ship until today that will arrive before next week, and that won't include the stuff that does arrive next week. Some of it which probably won't arrive by Tuesday if everything continues moving. The truth of the matter is, next week I may push the anime DVD collection update out to Wednesday, depending on whether or not things are going to actually arrive on Tuesday. I could see Amazon taking Sunday off to celebrate the 4th of July, or UPS not flying stuff or moving stuff around on the 4th of July. They might do that anyways, I don't know, but we'll have to find out and play that one by ear. Otherwise, we're probably looking at either a super huge release next week, or a super huge update next week, or basically I'm covered for next week and the week after, and I can't even buy old stuff. I can't justify buying old stuff because there's so many new things coming out. I haven't even looked at it the week after, so it's all crazy. Oof. Excuse me. Alright then. One thing worth mentioning about next week is one thing coming out that's not showing up under anime but is under animation would be Transformers The Headmasters, which is a Japanese Transformers season. It's being released as a Japanese, so it's Japanese with subtitles. And so as part of that, naturally, I'm also buying the original Transformers, 3-season box set, and Transformers the movie. It's really awesome to have. There was some issue about whether or not those were anime, because at some point they had been added to AniDB and then removed, and so I read up on why it had probably been added and why it had been removed, and it was kind of obvious where it looked like it had always been intended. It had been, I guess I don't know the details, but I remember at the time looking at the Wikipedia article and finally saying, now I understand why somebody would think it could count as anime, but it doesn't meet AniDB's requirements, and as a consequence, my anime list probably removed the original Transformers as well. Don't know. But, I'm completionist, so I need to get both. Now, I don't know if I'm going to get the more recent Michael Bay movies, but there's time for that later. Huh. Well, there we go. We've got a nice complicated situation going on here. Alright then. I guess I'm going to go start resolving that and continue watching High School of the Dead because, well, actually that was very intriguing. So, I'll see y'all next week, and hopefully it'll be as great of a week as it's sounding like.